The hands that end. Some people spend their whole lives preparing for the moment they hope never comes. For Michael Turner, that moment arrived the night he found his daughter, bound, bruised, and cornered by the same criminals he once spared. And as he ran toward her with fire in his eyes, the world would finally understand one thing. A father's love can turn a man into a shield. No force can break down. America has its quiet heroes, people who walk among us, unnoticed, uncelebrated, until the day life forces them to reveal the strength they've been carrying all along. Michael Turner wasn't famous. He wasn't rich. He wasn't anybody's headline. He was simply a martial arts instructor in a small American town. A man who believed discipline wasn't about hurting people, but about protecting them. But destiny doesn't knock politely. Sometimes it kicks the door open. Michael's day started the way it always did, opening his martial arts school at sunrise, letting the warm lights spill across the wooden floors he'd trained on since he was a teenager. The air smelled of old sweat and polished maple, a scent that carried memories of every victory and every scar. That morning, he was practicing alone when he heard a scream from outside. Not loud, not dramatic, just desperate. He rushed out and found an elderly woman trembling beside her car. Two men were wrestling her purse away, shoving her to the ground. And something in Michael snapped. He didn't shout. He didn't warn them. He simply stepped forward, calm but unshakable. Within seconds, both men were disarmed, stunned, and scrambling to run. Michael didn't chase them. He wasn't interested in revenge. He simply helped the old woman stand, brushing dirt from her jacket. "Are you okay, ma'am?" His voice was gentle, almost fatherly. She nodded, tears in her eyes. "You saved my life," she whispered. Michael only smiled. "It's what we're supposed to do for each other." But heroes rarely walk away without consequences. And Michael had just interrupted the wrong men. That night, as he locked the doors of his school, he felt something off. A cold weight in the air. Someone watching. Someone angry, but he ignored it. He had dinner waiting at home, a warm meal cooked by his daughter, Emily. Emily Turner, 21 years old, second-year college student. And his pride. What the world didn't know was that Emily had grown up training under her father. By the time she turned 16, she could break boards with a single kick. At 18, she had trophies stacked taller than she was. By 20, she was teaching younger kids on weekends. To Michael, she was still his little girl. But to anyone who tried to hurt her, she was a storm waiting to rise. And the storm was coming sooner than anyone expected. The next day, Emily walked out of college, backpack over her shoulder, humming quietly. The autumn wind brushed her hair as she crossed the parking lot. Nothing seemed unusual. Nothing seemed dangerous. But behind her, a black sedan followed slowly, tinted windows hiding the eyes inside. The criminals Michael fought the night before were not petty thieves. They were connected, and they wanted revenge. Emily sensed it before she saw it, that same chill her father felt. She turned and noticed two men stepping out of the car. "Hey, sweetheart," one of them sneered. "Walk with us." She chuckled. Wrong girl to follow. The men moved closer. Emily tightened her fists. When she struck first, it wasn't fear. It was instinct. A kick to the ribs, a punch to the jaw, a knee to the stomach. One by one, they dropped, but the third man came from behind. A rope tightened around her arms. She tried to break free, but he was strong. Too strong. Her breath shortened. Her knees buckled. And for the first time in years, Emily felt helpless. But someone else felt it too, the father who'd sworn to protect her with his life. Michael, driving home from the grocery store, noticed the black sedan speeding away and heard faint struggling behind the college library. He didn't think. He ran. What he saw almost shattered him. His daughter, bound, terrified, fighting to breathe. "Emily!" His voice cut the air like a blade. The men turned. One of them laughed. "Old man, walk away if you want to go home alive." Michael stepped forward, slowly. His hands didn't shake. His eyes didn't blink. Let her go. They didn't dot, so he made them dot. Everything inside Michael, the instructor, the protector, the father, ignited at once. His movements were sharp, controlled, fueled by something deeper than anger. Love. He fought not to win. He fought to save. A punch to one attacker's throat. A kick that knocked another into a bench. A twisting throw that sent the third crashing to the ground. When Emily finally broke free from the rope, she ran straight into her father's arms. "Dad, you came." Michael kissed the top of her head. "I always will." The final face-off, but the leader of the gang arrived, a massive man with a crowbar in hand. "Your time's up, old man." Michael stepped in front of his daughter. "No, yours is." The fight was brutal. Crowbar swings slicing the air. Michael dodging with precision. Emily grabbing a fallen stick to defend her father. Father and daughter, fighting side by side, their breath sinking, their strength combining. In the final moment, Emily struck the weapon from the leader's hand. Michael pinned him down. Sirens wailed in the distance. Justice was on its way. Stories like this remind us of something many people forget. Strength isn't about violence. It's about the courage to protect the people you love. It's about choosing to stand up, even when the world expects you to fall. Days later, the old lady Michael saved visited his school again. She hugged him and Emily tightly. "You two saved me," she whispered. "And in return, you saved each other." Michael smiled softly. No one stands alone. Not in this world. And as father and daughter locked the school doors that night, the town felt a little safer. A little warmer. A little more hopeful. Because real heroes don't wear capes. They walk among us, quiet, steady, unshaken, until the day we need them. Sometimes life tests us in ways we never saw coming. Sometimes the battles we fight aren't with our fists, but with our hearts. And maybe that's why stories like this resonate, because deep down, we all want to believe that good people still rise, that love still protects, that family still stands strong, even when the world tries to break them. If this story touched you, thank you for being here. Your support keeps these stories alive. Stories of courage, justice, and the strength we all carry inside us.